Hello, potato chips. We're doing potato chips again. Yes, I've got some more flavors of Lay's. Sadly, nothing from Thailand this time, but I have managed to track down the other three parts of the Flavor Icon series. So, we tried the Nashville Hot Chicken style last time, which were actually quite good. I've bought them again since. They have a nice heat and a good chickeny flavor. Today we're going to check out the other three. We've got, in normal Lay's style, Philly cheesesteak from Geno's Steaks. In kettle cook style, New York style pizza. And in wavy, got Carnitas street taco flavor from El Torito, which I'm assuming is the same El Torito that used to be a chain here in California of Mexican restaurants. They were quite good. They were quite famous for the little corn cakes that they came with your meal. And I guess they must still exist, at least in Marina del Rey, but all the El Toritos around here have closed, which is kind of a shame because they did a very nice Sunday brunch. You can get some enchiladas and some omelet, and it was a fantastic thing. And I don't think I mentioned it. I don't think I mentioned it. The kettle cooked pizza style are from Grimaldi's coal brick oven pizzeria, so they'll taste a little sooty maybe. Yeah, sadly nothing new from Thailand. I can't imagine they get those particular kinds of chips in variety very often. I feel very fortunate that I found the two that I did. And I did finish them. At least I know I finished the egg. And weirdly, and maybe it's because I'd had the hot chips to start with on that one, the eggs actually had a little bit of a heat to them when I finished them. So I don't know if maybe I just didn't notice that because I'd eaten the hot Nashville ones first. But yeah, that was a thing. So I'm going to try these in the order of what I think I'm going to like the least to what I think I'm going to like the most. And I think I'm going to like Philly cheesesteak the least because I'm guessing it's going to taste very oniony and peppery. So it's inspired by the dish that made Geno's Steaks a Philadelphia icon. Here's a taste of their Philly cheesesteak. I guess there's a contest on this too. I should probably go check that out because will have tried them all now. All right, so Philly cheesesteak from Geno's Steaks. I like the idea of a cheesesteak. I like cheese. I like meat. I just don't like all the onions and peppers they want to mix in with them. Let's take a look at them. These are our normal Lay's style. Looks kind of like a normal chip, a little seasoning on it. I smell cheese. It just kind of smells cheesy. I don't really smell a meatiness or... I can smell some seasoning, but I don't smell anything really other than the cheese. I mean, it's predominantly cheese. Well, it's not like oniony and peppery like I feared. I can't quite place those other flavors though. Definitely cheese. The dominant flavor here is definitely cheese. Maybe a little meatiness underneath it and seasonings, but I can't really identify specifically what kind of seasonings they are. But yeah, those are not bad. So hopefully we're not going to have the issue of last time where I put them in the reverse order of the way I like them. Although, looking back, I might buy those egg ones again. They were interesting. All right, next we'll go with our pizza style. I mean, Lay's has done pizza chips a number of times before. I imagine this will just taste like them. Like the cheese pizza one. I did actually record for a video like a couple years ago. Well, not a couple years ago. Last year. But never released. Someday maybe I will. There's like 5 or 6 videos I recorded like last July that I've never released. So very red. I'm guessing we're going to taste a lot of tomato and a lot of cheese like any other Lay's pizza chip has been in the past. Smells cheesy. Smells a little bit like those, I think it was Keebler. They were called like Pizzeritos. They were like little like pizza slice shaped bits of they're supposed to be pizza dough turned into chips. Kind of smells, the smell makes me think of those, that kind of vaguely breadiness, the vague breadiness of those things had. which I always attributed to the chip it was put on, not so much the seasoning, but maybe it was the seasoning, because I smell it on this, and this is made out of potato chip, not out of like flour or whatever those things were made out of. It kind of tastes like those too. Of course, being on the kettle cook style chip, they are a little thicker, a little more substance to them. Also, a little harder to tell when they've gone stale, because that's kind of what stale chips taste like. But I've developed a like for these kettle cooked ones over the last few years. I didn't like them at first because they did taste stale to me, but I think it's when they had the wasabi ginger ones, and I really did like those, that I developed more of an appreciation for the kettle cooked chips in general. Yeah, these aren't bad. They're not overwhelmingly cheesy like I was kind of thinking they would be, but the tomato's not overwhelming either. It's got a lot of seasoning in there. So yeah, I mean, if you didn't tell me what it was, I would probably guess pizza on this. So yeah, those aren't bad either. So far, of the 3 flavors we've tried from the Flavor Icon series, I've liked them all. That's disturbing, because that makes me worry that I'm probably not going to like this. Yeah, a little cheesy, quite tomatoey, a lot of good seasoning, very cheesy, maybe a little taste of meat underneath, and seasonings that I really can't identify. Maybe it's because I don't eat cheesesteaks. Maybe if I ate cheesesteaks, that would go, oh, that is a cheesesteak. But I don't have much of a frame of reference there. So let's finally try our Wavy Lay's Carnitas Street Tacos. Right. And of course, they're wavy, so they're ruffle looking, because ruffles have ridges. And wow, they smell strong. I can smell them from like behind the camera. I haven't even lifted the thing up yet, and I can smell them very strongly. Yeah, they smell very green, probably cilantro. I'm assuming, I think that's cilantro I'm smelling. Maybe a little bit of pork. Not bad, a little weird smelling. I mean, it's not taco flavor, because it's street taco style, not, Taco Bell taco style. So it doesn't smell like, say, taco Doritos. I think cilantro. I think I'm smelling a lot of cilantro there. Let's give them a try. Yeah, I'm tasting a lot of cilantro there. What else in these? Potatoes. Well, there's a shock. Yeast extract, garlic powder, jalapenos. And I'm not really getting any heat. I'm not getting any heat off of any of these. It does just taste very green to me. Maybe part of that is the jalapeno, because jalapenos taste green to me. See, I could swear I'm tasting cilantro. I think it's cilantro in the picture there, but I don't see any in the ingredients. But I guess that doesn't mean anything. You've just got to make it taste like cilantro, not make it actually taste with cilantro. Got bacon fat in there again, so that's let you know these are healthy. Yeah, they're not bad. I don't know if I like them the best out of these 3. I certainly don't like them the best out of the 4. Maybe the green taste I'm tasting is the jalapeno, but it's not spicy. I'm not getting like jalapeno spice. I'm just getting kind of the greenness and the flavor of the jalapeno. So the only one of these that's actually hot of the 4 this year are the Nashville Hot Chicken ones. Which I guess makes sense, because I really like spicy things, so you don't want to have like a bunch of spicy ones. Yeah, those aren't bad. None of these are bad. All 4 flavors this year are actually decent. That's a shock. There's no joke flavors, like, the espresso flavored one or cappuccino flavored one. There's nothing that's just awful, like the truffle fries chips were not good. They just weren't good at all. Yeah, so I mean, rating the 4, obviously we don't have all 4 of them here to rate, but if we're going to rate the 4 chips, the 4 flavor icons this year, number 1 is obviously going to be those Nashville Hot Chicken ones. Those are great. I hope those become a regular flavor. Number 2, I think I'm going to give to the Grimaldi's New York style pizza. It really does remind me, and maybe that's not a fair way to make decisions, but it reminds me of those old, I think they were Keebler Pizzeritos. Because they used to make like Pizzeritos, and they made like tater skins, and those were all good. But it reminds me flavor-wise, if not texture-wise, of those. Third place, I think I am going to put our Carnitas street tacos. They're a little interesting. Again, that very green flavor. I don't know if maybe after eating, a serving of them, I will still like them as much. Because I'm not a big fan of the flavor of jalapeno. I'd much rather have heat than the flavor of the jalapeno. Which means last place is our Philly cheesesteak. They're not bad. They taste predominantly of cheese, a little seasoning, maybe a little meatiness. But predominantly they just taste like kind of a seasoned cheese chip. So yep, that's it. That's our Lay's flavor icons for 2020. And yeah, if any of them sounded interesting to you, go out and try them while you can, if you can find them. I find that some years the little promotional flavors can be really hard to find. But yeah, this year's whole batch is pretty good. I will definitely be getting more of the Nashville Hot. I might get some more of the pizza ones. I don't know about these two, but I might get some more of the pizza ones. Because also I like that kettle cooked texture that these have. I think that adds to making them feel more like those old pizza chips I used to eat as a kid. Because they were like a very thick chip. They weren't a potato chip. I think they were like a dough, basically. And so they had a good thickness to them. And this does too, and I think that really goes well with the flavor. I don't think the wavy Lay's thing adds anything to it. It might make it good, like if you want to get that kind of street taco taste, maybe dip it in some salsa. That might be a good thing to good way to go with it. And then cheese chips are cheese chips. They're not fantastic. They're not awful. They are what they are. I hope you found this flavor comparison to be at all interesting, and now you know if you want to buy these things or not, maybe. If you did like the video at all, please remember to give it a like and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And I will see you in the next video.